My guest left a full house in Los Angeles.
Her friend was a casting director and just said, we need twins for this show, you should bring the girls, and that happened to be a full house.
And became the hit girl of Sundance.
Sundance has been very good to me. I got really lucky.
Today, we talk food, film, and family.
I don't understand why people say the whole garlic kissing thing, because I would love that.
Elizabeth Olsen puts it all on the table. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Thank you for coming, Lizzie.
Thank you for having me. This is so amazing.
I'm excited that we are going to cook some wild boar.
Me too.
So I prepared everything and we are going to...
Now, where do you buy wild boar in New York City?
You can have a good butcher who can find it for you.
Okay.
You can have someone in your family who go in Catskills and hunt it.
A, I've always wanted to go hunting, and B, hunting wild boar on the show seemed like one of the most impossible tasks. And so I thought that would be a fun thing to make for the episode.
I think you liked a cocktail somewhere downtown and in New York, and we are going to try to reproduce that cocktail.
Great.
I love tequilas.
Good.
And it supposedly has Cointreau and is a bit spicy.
Okay.
So
yes, and there's sriracha.
Sriracha.
Which is always good for everything. Oh, mine's gonna be spicy.
I don't know if the cocktail today was really a martini. We used tequila and Cointreau, and then we had some blood orange. We shake it with some ice cubes and try to pour it in a glass. I never make cocktails at home. I'm a wine guy. It was a strange experience to do it together, but we had a good laugh about it. Well, cheers and welcome. This is the way we work here.
Great.
Let's try.
It's actually not too spicy.
You good?
I am good.
Okay, so we're gonna move on and we're gonna take care of the wild boar. Are you comfortable for cutting meat?
I am. So, I mean, I don't know if I know how to like cut it like the right way.
We broke down the leg of the wild boar.
Oh my gosh.
And I heard a story that when you were young, you tried to break down a lamb in your house or something like that?
I wasn't young enough to make it like to have a good excuse for it. And it was my first dinner party I threw. I wanted to make lamb kebabs for some reason. And my mom didn't explain to me that I could ask the butcher at the grocery shop to cut the leg of lamb into 1-inch cubes.
I think it's nice to know that a girl wants to entertain and cook already and has no fear whatsoever of having, a massive leg of lamb on the front of her and grab a knife and start to go in it and so on. You want to cut the meat with me?
Yeah,
or if not,
absolutely.
I have some mushroom or onion.
I'd love to cut the meat.
Okay, so I'll give you this one maybe. Right away, my instinct was, well, I'm gonna teach her something because I knew she was interested about the chingale, which is the wild boar, because she saw the episode of Avec Eric. So we are going to cut it first like that.
Okay.
You see, like, make sure your hand doesn't get cut. Mm-hmm. Now, you come from a big family, right? You have a lot of sisters and brothers.
I do. There's 6 of us. So
it's a big family.
Big family.
And your mom cooks
Everyone
home.
cooks.
Everyone cooks at home.
Yeah, but we never sat around a table because everyone had so many different schedules. Even though we don't sit around a table together all the time, we're getting better at it since we're all never there. So when we happen to be there, it happens to be around a table.
So your 2 sisters were right away at a very young age in acting business.
Yeah, kind of accidentally actually, because my parents don't understand anything about the industry for film and television. When I was younger, or just starting to work with my agent, she asked me if my father needed to approve a contract, and it was because she assumed that he was somehow involved in my work, and my dad golfs and would never even pretend like he knows what to do with the contract. My mom had twins and her friend was a casting director and just said, we need twins for this show, you should bring the girls, and that happened to be full house. And so then everything else kind of changed.
You were in some of the episodes with them too, right?
Yeah.
Later on.
Yeah.
So that was your debut as
Yeah, it was after
actor?
School care. Instead of picking me up from school and having a housekeeper take care of me, I would just go to set. And so they'd be like, hey Lizzie, you wanna get gum in your hair? And that was about it. And then they'd put gum in my hair.
So then, after that, you had the desire to do
my whole life, I always did kids theater camps.
Yes.
All my friends, we all made our own movies, made our own plays. We were always
When you
just
say
performing.
made your own movie, like you were filming your own?
Yeah, like with our parents' like home cameras or something, making a movie about finding our lost dog, who wasn't really lost. We just want to make a movie about it. But that's just, I guess, what you do with your siblings anyway, is just kind of fool around.
Okay, Lizzie, so we have the meat.
Right.
And you know, it cooks very slowly.
Right.
So we are going to start to saute the meat. We're going to try to sear it.
Okay.
So the meat goes inside, and the idea is to sear the meat.
Right.
So to keep all the flavors inside, give a nice color. You want to put the meat in it?
Yeah, sure.
So try to put it a little bit everywhere. No.
No,
With
no,
your
with my
hand.
hands,
Yeah, you
of
sprinkle
course.
it.
That's what I was going to do. Is
Like
just
that. Sprinkle it. And then salt, pepper on top. I'll put the salt.
okay.
So be generous with the pepper. You can, and I'm putting the salt. So the salt, same thing. While we do that, we are going to cut the mushroom, garlic and onion.
Great.
The mushroom, we are going to split them in pieces like that. You see, like.
Yeah.
So you started to have a passion for acting at which age?
I started doing camps when I was 8, which is a game still, I guess, but I took it very seriously. I actually think I took it more seriously then than I do now. And then I went to NYU for acting.
So
And
NYU is a great school. I mean, it's
It
one of the most
is.
prestigious schools.
it took me 6 years to graduate. I graduated Friday.
Oh, you graduated Friday? Oh, congratulations. Oh, you just finished graduating?
Yeah, it took me a really long time. I also started understudying theater when I was a sophomore, so my second year of college. And then I just started getting movie roles when I started auditioning just a few years ago.
And you have done like 8 or 9 movies by now, right?
Yeah, I have.
She has an incredible talent as an artist, as an actor. I have seen some of her movies, and it's very impressive the way she acts.
Oof,
It's
the
fine.
tequila's kicking in.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm like,
So you want to
It's
give
in my
back
head a bit.
give back your knives? So what is the difference for you in between being on stage
Yeah.
and being behind the camera?
well, I haven't been able to do a full run of a play yet to be able to answer that, really.
Yes.
But it's more of an actor's medium than a director's medium. Like with a film, at the end of the day, you leave set, and whatever happens, you really have no control over.
The
It's
director
the
has
editor,
control.
the director, the
Oh,
music, like everything else. And so you're kind of just a piece of the puzzle. And
You have the right instinct. When you
Right,
hear that
when I hear
noise,
that.
it means like, yeah, you can steer it up.
And then on stage, you know exactly what happens. The reason why I like both just in general a lot is because whether you're doing a film or a play, like you have to figure out how to work with personalities you'd never jive with. You have to figure out how to work together. I like the team aspect of it.
Of it, yes.
Yeah. I played sports growing up, so maybe it's that.
Maybe that you have that mentality
Yeah.
from the sport. Now, how do you select your roles?
I like to keep things interesting. I don't really like doing things that are like maybe the
Similar
Yeah,
role?
whether it's like the same kind of genre or vibe, or it's what I can learn from what I haven't done. Because I just started working a few years ago, and you can't really be picky about that. You kind of just want to get a job.
Yeah, but I mean, you already have you were the talk of Sundance this year, right?
Well, Sundance has been very good to me. I got really lucky.
I saw you in the movie
Oh, Marcy May Marlene.
And yeah, and I thought you were absolutely amazing in that
Oh,
movie.
thanks. I really love that. That movie was special to me.
What was remarkable for me was how you could have so much sadness in your eyes. So you can be like that and talking to me, and suddenly you just like, okay, I have to go in a scene and just transform
That's what I
yourself.
do. Not everyone does that. I like to do that because
We're gonna put the onion in
Okay.
over there.
Yep.
Yeah, how do you, I mean, like you.
I don't like.
You just switch like that.
I think accidentally, like maybe you might take a little bit home with the character. I don't like doing that. Like I like keeping everything separate.
I mean, for you, it's not hard to separate who you are and the role that you are playing.
Yeah.
It's like in and out. And
Yeah.
it's like, you're natural.
I mean, I think accidentally it might you might become more sensitive. I actually have a funny story. I took a semester off of NYU because I had to work, and they were telling me that I had to pay for 35% of the semester, and that's a lot of money for NYU. And I was so sensitive because of the movie I was working on. So I started crying in this office. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm so not myself right now. I would never cry in this type of situation. And it was awful. So that's an example of it. Like,
So it affects you, it affects your
yeah,
personality a little
yeah, it
bit
affects
in
like
some
your buildup, like your physiological, like the muscles in your body, like your emotional muscles.
Wow.
But that was so embarrassing because I'm really good at keeping my cool.
You can cry like that.
It's easier for me to do that than to laugh.
If I don't cut onions, I just cannot cry like that, just, like. So I wanted to teach her a couple of some basics from the kitchen and especially knife skills. We are going to slice the garlic very thin.
Okay. This I might not be that good at.
Okay, so I'll show you. If you're not
And I'll try.
comfortable, you don't do it. Those knives, they're so sharp. I mean, imagine in between the cocktail and being in an unfamiliar kitchen. I was like not panicking, obviously, but very conscious. So the knife never leaves the cutting board, and you go like that, right?
Okay.
And those fingers, here, right here, they guide the blade. Go very slow, like this, and again. But move your fingers and make sure this one stays behind. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's the way you slice garlic.
I got a little nervous with the garlic, I have to say, because I really do just need to take a knife skills class because it's only a couple hours of my life and I should probably just figure it out. The idea that your knuckles actually guide the blade to slice the garlic, it's a little scary because that means the knife is touching your skin, just even if it's just a guide. I'll give you this one.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Actually, it's not bad. It's flat, so
Okay, good.
I go like that.
Okay, so you could just flip it.
Yeah, you can flip it. And again,
I love the smell of garlic.
yeah, I love the smell of garlic. It doesn't.
I don't understand why people say the whole garlic kissing thing, because I would love that.
Well,
It's
look,
that.
I mean, in the Mediterranean, we eat a lot of garlic and onion, and it's a lot of kissing too. And
Yeah, it sounds like everyone's happy
it's
there.
part of the lifestyle. So the garlic goes in the pot.
Okay, great.
So we put that here.
Now, what does that actually mean, cingale?
Cingale is the Italian word for wild boar.
Okay.
You want to stir it up?
Yep.
So you saw the episode of Avec Eric when we were in Italy, and
It's my favorite episode of Avec Eric.
well, when we shot Avec, we ended up in the woods looking for the wild boar. Actually, the wild boar found us, and then we ended up running in the woods with that boar behind us. So it created a bit of drama that day. It was interesting. What did you like about it? The cooking part or the
I liked the cooking part, sure.
putting some bay leaves?
Oh, good idea. I think my favorite part was the image of you stranded in this
Oh,
forest, and
Yes.
it's like pouring rain,
Yes.
and you just like miserable.
It was a blessing in disguise because it created a great scene. But I have a good memory of that morning. I saw a big rainbow, and I said, "This is going to be our lucky day."
Right.
I feel it. The rainbow is here.
Yeah, and
We're
after
gonna-
that, you jinxed it.
It was a little bit of a drama, but I'm glad you like it. We're going to put a bit of red wine like that. Then we will add a little bit of chicken stock. Now, you seem to love acting for the sake of acting, and when we see your movies, you have an incredible talent.
Oh,
Now, I heard, that, and I don't know if it's true or not, that you almost decided not to do acting.
Once when I was 10,
So at 10, you had shot already, and you had,
I started auditioning, and then I got upset because, should I stir it again?
yeah, stir it up.
Because my ballet teacher didn't want to put me in the ballet performance because I was missing too many ballet classes. And so my father made me write a list of pros and cons of quitting acting.
Okay.
Because I had to make a well-informed
At
decision.
10 years old?
At 10 years old.
So you write a list of pros and cons.
Yeah, and so the cons of acting outweighed the pros. He was trying to teach me that you can make big choices, but they have to be supported by something. You have to make really well-informed choices, even
Yes.
at 10.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and so for that's how my parents have always been. It's just like, you guys do whatever you want. We're not going to get involved, but we'll support you as long as you really
Sure.
focus on it. Yeah.
Our parents are very grounded and very smart, and they guide the children toward their dreams. And our parents basically were there to support her and mentor her, and it's great, I think. So we have those pappardelle. They cook in 4 minutes. So what you need is boiling water,
Right.
and the water has to be very salty.
Oh, I like that.
Not overly salty, but it's important to have the salt so they can absorb the salt.
Do you salt before or after it boils?
Before. So we are going to put the pasta in it. I think we have enough for 2, huh?
Yeah, I think maybe enough for 8, maybe enough for my family.
Do you cook a lot of pasta at home?
I don't actually.
You don't? You don't eat starch?
I don't really make much starch. I probably should, but...
Because you don't like it or because
No, I like it. I think it's more of like a specialty thing.
So we're going to make them...
So
we want to make sure that they are al dente. Mm-hmm. So I take one and I'm going to cut a little piece and try. Because then they will be finishing cooking with the ragu.
Oh, right.
With the heat of the ragu. So it's time
So you're just
to
going to
take them
put
out.
this in here then?
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to the sink. So we always keep a little bit of water.
Mario Batali taught you that apparently, right?
Yes. In France, we put oil on top of the water.
Right, that's what my mother does.
And then Mario said it doesn't make any sense. So we are going to put...
Should we turn this down or keep it?
No, we're going to keep it a little bit like that. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil.
Great.
And I like butter in my pasta.
Great.
You like butter?
Let's do it.
So, do you have to go to diets and things like that because...
I don't diet, but
or-
I just grew up with a dad who just happened to juice in the morning. Like my dad's not even a health freak. Like he just
But he likes to juice
juices
like fruits and things like that?
just vegetables. He thinks that he gets his vegetables out of the way in the morning by just chugging a brown frothy beverage. I just worked with Josh Brolin and he went on a 30-day juice cleanse for something.
30 days.
Does that not sound crazy?
I think it affects your brain.
But
think
he
you come
thought
out-
it made him like powerful and
I
energized.
think you come back, you're not really the same.
No,
Ever again.
ever.
So we have the pasta.
This looks so beautiful.
Do you want to put the sauce on top? I'm going to give you...
Sure.
So you basically generously put sauce and the cingale on top all over the pasta. Let me help you, yes, like that.
Does that look good? A little bit more?
We cover it nicely. Well,
Another one?
yeah, why not?
Why not? That looks
we
so good. That looks so delicious.
I'm going to grate some parmesan.
I gave myself so much, or maybe that's yours. Who
That
knows?
will be mine.
That looks so delicious.
You like?
I love Parmesan.
So you like to eat and you like the drink socially and invite people in your house. And
I
go out and
when
this is
people
really
think
New
of
York.
food as just like a source of energy, I feel like they're really missing out on something. I think that one of the greatest pleasures we have in the world is food, and it's the best thing that can bring people together. And there's nothing better than tempting my girlfriends to come over and watch TV because of the food I've just bought and want to prepare for them.
So let's
Great.
move on and we are going
great.
to enjoy it. Some wine.
Yes, please. That looks
So we have a nice
delicious.
Barolo to go with our pasta.
I love a Barolo. Thank you
Well,
for having me.
Buon appetito.
Buon
Thank you so much for
appetito.
being here and enjoy.
Thank you. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's going to go even better with the sauce. At one point for your studies, you went to Russia?
Yeah, I went
you
to
lived-
Moscow.
You lived there?
I lived there for a semester, so for 3 months.
So she loves traveling. She went to Russia. She has been in many parts of the world. And I think for her it was a trip to come here as well. You think it was an important addition to your knowledge in acting in
Absolutely. I
Russia?
think it was also just important for me to leave such a strict conservatory here and go do something else for a little bit.
But is it, for instance, like, do the French film a certain way, do Italians a certain way? In America, is it a different
I think so.
way of acting?
And also, everyone's more trained in every other part of the world than the United States. No one really trains here. Like, Russian actors can be professional dancers, they can be singers, like they're good at everything. You watch these people do the most insane things and you're so confused. Like just by a guy like putting a leg out, that's like a platform for a girl to jump on and do something crazy and then like fake kick him in the face.
So you study a little bit of that.
I studied like how to like fake kick someone in the balls or something. That's about it.
Well, I'm glad. I hope you do it fine. I mean, fake it, huh?
Only fake it, not for real.
So you're very much into the food. I mean, you always think about food, and
Yeah, I
that's
think
nice. I like
that's
that.
like a way into any culture's heart.
Absolutely. Lizzie seems to be not a foodie, but really actually a gourmet. The gourmets are the people who really like cooking, like eating, obviously, and she likes the lifestyle of inviting people home, having parties. Now, you're a celebrity. You come from a family where your sisters are celebrities as well. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you enjoy that aspect, or it's annoying?
I guess I've always focused on my sisters having a job and working.
Yes.
And not anything else that goes around it, like all the noise, I guess. I don't really know how else to describe it. I
Yes.
just think of them as people who go to work from 9 to 5 and
Yes.
make clothes and stay in an office. Growing up, I guess, in the Valley in LA, if you go to a private school in Los Angeles, you just happen to be surrounded by people who are in the same industry or job. Some people are lawyers and some people write scripts.
So thank you so much for coming and cooking with me, and I had a great time.
It was so fun.
But before you leave, I have a surprise for you.
Okay.
So look at this wall over there. It's dedicated to
You
you
did
and the
that.
recipe. No, I didn't do it myself. No,
You're
we had some
crazy.
artists. But
Oh, I love that.
okay, Lizzie, we are going to sign. I mean, it's
so
yours.
beautiful.
So you honor. You choose the space wherever you want to sign your name.
I really hate my signature because it hasn't changed since I learned how to write cursive.
A very bad one. So, and I put it on the top of the head of the board.
Okay, good. Oh, good spot.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
It was great to have you. And I'll see you at Le Bernardin hopefully soon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you. Well, I've learned one thing, not to drink hard liquor in front of steam heat. Because that doesn't really mix well. I mean, it really is just such a pleasure, and I've been a big fan of Eric's from his food at Le Bernardin, and it's just amazing how people can connect through food. There's nothing like it.
As chefs, we have to be disciplined, of course.
Right.
In terms of not drinking too much.
Well, that's what's always funny about watching Top Chef is when they're about to get judged. It's always like chugging down beers. And then you imagine when they get really angry in front of the judges, you think you probably shouldn't have had that extra beer.
Pharrell Williams here.
Hi, I'm Joy Bryant,
I'm Eric Ripert,
I'm Tom Colicchio.
I'm Dr. Frank Lipman.
the host of On the Table.
the host of Across the Board.
Host of Artist Talk.
Host of Hooked Up.
Host of the show, Be Well Week, Be Well Weekend, on the Reserve channel.
It's only on Reserve.
Did you know that you can follow my show on social media sites like Facebook?
Follow us on Twitter.
If you're a fan of my show, hit the like button.
All of the above.
Share me with your friends.
Treat yourself. Check out a new episode of my show, Hooked Up.
And if you want to leave comments, feedbacks, ideas, whatever, love to hear from you. Leave a comment.
And if you don't want to miss the show, be sure to subscribe.
The one that's like down here, or is it here? Somewhere down here.
Thanks for watching the Reserve channel.
Only on YouTube. Throw caution to the wind and ask yourself what rules.